Hey guys, it is your girl Abia Grant. So welcome back to another episode of Reflection by Abia. I hope everyone is doing well and having a blessed day. At the time of recording this, it is Monday, President's Day. So this week I just been really taking time on really trying to center myself, um, working on getting my mental right. I guess, that would be the perfect way to put it. So I'm gonna jump right into this week's episode because I feel like this topic is really important. Now, guys, I wrote not one note down for this podcast episode. So let's pray and cross our fingers that all works well and all my thoughts, come out in alignment, I guess you could say. And even if it's not aligned, it is from the heart. So this week's the topic that I want to talk about is being still. And kind of like where I'm at in my journey of trying to work on being still. And when I say being still, I mean that you're giving yourself the opportunity to quiet things around you. You're giving yourself opportunity to pour back into your bank. Kind of a little bit of what I discussed in past podcast episodes in regards to self-care. But also at the same time, you're just allowing yourself to be quiet. Um, and I think that for me, this has been something difficult because I'm so used to go, 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 go. I'm so used to this mentality, especially with, I feel like because I have so many things that I want to do, but also at the same time, I kind of feel like my wants are jumbled together. And that's kind of where I've been focusing on this week is just really trying to figure out what I want. And think that if I'm on the go and I'm constantly trying to do this and do that and achieve this goal, I feel like for me, I lose sight of what I'm trying to accomplish or what I'm trying to do with my life. So, like, one of the things is like for me, you guys know that I am a 40-year-old woman, and one of my wants is to be able to find a time in my life in which I'm able to retire early on my, journey so that I can be able to experience more quiet time, more doing not even necessarily quiet time, that's part of it, but being able to move when I want to move. Um and I'm putting it out there, and I think that a lot of people may feel like, wow, I can't believe she just like said that. But, who may hear this? Cause kind of like that thought just popped into my head right now, but I'm like, it is what it is in regards to I feel like life is more than just going and picking up and not gonna say, I would say pick it up, but getting up 9, going to work. I feel like life is just more than that. And I want to experience more experiences. I want to have more experiences. And I feel like a part of that will be having the ability to have a foundation for myself so that I can be able to create those experiences. But then also at the same time, I don't want to lose sight of, okay, you're trying to retire early, or you're trying to pour into this, and then I'm not able to enjoy the current. Um, so going back to the stillness, this is the part in which I had to figure out this week is I felt like for me, I was losing sight of what I was trying to accomplish. And I was on this go, go, go mentality of my mind, just not allowing myself to kind of forgetting. I want to, I mean, to be honest with you, kind of forgetting what is the goal, and I feel like when you have that ability to sit still, that gives you the opportunity to really focus on what is it that you're trying to succeed at, or what is the things that you're trying to eliminate. Because I feel like when we're in the moment and all the emotions are there and we are just in it, it's just we don't see, they say pastor. I think this thing is Pastor Forrest. Don't get me to lying, guys, because I am so horrible when it comes to remembering quotes and things, but you can't see past a point. And I felt like for me this week, I lost sight of what I am trying to do, you know. And yeah, I mean, and I also feel like being still is allowing yourself to feel how you feel. I think about it in regards into when we are in a state of, we're so focused on achieving whatever that we're detached, I guess you can say, from said thing. I feel like also this correlates into the topic of being allowing yourself to see things that you have done. Um, I mean, for me, one of the other things that I have been has been difficult for me this week, and I've been just trying to get myself through and walk myself through is not seeing growth, feeling like that everything that I'm doing is not enough, and feeling like that nobody is really, not, I can't say per se people, but let me actually change that. Feeling like that I have my close circle of people who support me, but nobody else is really seeing what I'm trying to do. And I feel like that for me this week, I had to pause myself in regards into that and say to myself, okay, um, this is where you were at this point in your journey, and this is where you are now. And I think that for me, how can I say, I know that my time will come. I know that with, and I'm sorry that I keep pausing because I'm kind of just processing, with you guys in this moment. I'm just really processing my thoughts, and, I pause to process. But I feel like that when it's my time will come. Um, and I think that for me this week, was like, okay, Bia, you're putting in all this work. I was even saying to my husband, after leaving my 9 to 5, I come home and I do another job technically. Um, and sometimes it feels like it just you're not moving. And I had to sit with myself and say, Bia, you are moving. Maybe you're not moving as fast as you want to move, but you are moving because the days are turning. You know what I mean? Like we are in a new day. So I just really was like, had to pause myself. And I also had to, this week, I was like, I don't, one of the things was on my vision board for last year was to pray more. And that's something that for me I lack in doing consistently. I pray, but I lack in doing it consistently. And I said to myself, this year, and I'm going to continue saying to myself, I need to pray more, not be able to pray more. I need to pray more. I need to put out the right energy, you know, in regards into not self-doubting myself. Because at the end of the day, it's like I know that I'm doing the best that I can with the tools that I have. And I'm always looking to add more tools to my bucket. And I have to understand that things are not going to move the way that I wanted to move. But I feel like prayer helps because you're able to speak with God and you're able to put out there the things that you're trying to improve on and asking for that help if it's his will. And yeah, that's just kind of like where that's at. Now, one of the things in this stillness moment of this week, I said I was going to work on, especially with me having today off, is I'm going to work on my vision board today before I go anywhere because I was like, I had a vision board for 2023, 2022, going into 2023, but I did not do one for 2023 and 2024. 2024, sorry. My words are getting a little bit jumbled. So I was like this week, or sorry, today, I'm going to be working on a vision board so that I can really just get out all the things that I'm trying to accomplish, see for myself, change about myself. I'm going to write these things down on my board. And I'm gonna put it up on my wall like I had did last year because I feel like when I looked at my vision board for 2022 into 2023, there's so many things that I accomplished. There's so many things. I found a new job. Um, I lost a considerable amount of weight. I seeked a therapist and found somebody to give me the tools to help me through where I was at in my journey. I practiced more self-care. What else I did? I had a couple other things. There's a couple things on there that I didn't succeed at this year, but I said it's okay. We're just going to put that in for this year. And I know like some people do like a quarterly vision board and you have to do whatever works for you. I tend to I just tend to write out my thoughts and pray on it, and ask God to make it, if it's his will, he make it so. So, yeah, that's pretty much where I really don't have anything else to add, to this. I just really wanted to speak on being still and allowing yourself to get through the not even necessarily get through the noise, but just allowing yourself to be silent. Just be silent, but also understand that pieces are falling into their places, you know. So I want to read this week's quote um, for you guys. And I found this and I was like, this is really the perfect quote for this podcast episode. So it is, even in stillness, there is movement. Sometimes it takes time for the molecules of change to shift form. Even when it feels like nothing is happening, transformation is taking place. I feel like for this quote, and I want to read it again. Let me read it one more time for you guys. Even in stillness, there is movement. Sometimes it takes time for the molecules of change to shift form. Even when it feels like nothing is happening, transformation is taking place. So for me, I feel like even though we are thinking that we don't see movement is happening around us. And pausing to see that movement and really opening up our eyes to really see, we start to be like, wow, I wasn't here a couple of months ago, or a year ago, or 2 years ago, or 3 years ago. You could go back all the way to freaking teenage years, or early adulthood, wherever you may be at in your journey. And I'm pretty sure where you are right now is not where you were before. So we have to, and I'm saying this to myself as well too, we have to understand that to stop and look, to stop and really truly open up our eyes and look at where our journey is at. And I also throw this in there. If you feel like you're not in the place in which you want to be, and or you feel like you have not progressed, I would say take this time to jot down and work on whatever you're trying to change. I feel like at the same time, it's never too late. For me, I've changed a lot about how I, you know, deal with my thoughts and how I react and how I present myself to myself, because I feel like that's the most important. I gotta be okay with myself. And I've worked on that recently, and I speak about that, in prior podcast episodes. So the person that I am today is not the person that I was a year ago. I was a completely different person. So I feel like I was in the place of, I didn't like who I was, but I still worked to improve me because I was like, I gotta change. This is not, this is not the person that I want to be. So I feel like we always have the opportunity to correct what we see that's not in alignment with what we desire, what we need. So I'm gonna leave the podcast episode there. I'm gonna leave this week's episode there. I hope that guys, that this was helpful. Um I hope that something that I said just triggered a light bulb in your head. And I just wanted to, let you guys know that you're not alone. I talk to you guys. I wish um I could see everyone, and we could just, like, as they say, shoot the shit. Um, but I just wanted to, let you guys know you're not alone. So guys, I hope that your week is prosperous and all the things that you are trying to do for yourself, or you work on that and continue self-improvement. Understand that it won't be overnight, but it will happen. It will eventually happen. All right, guys. So stay blessed out there in those streets. Make sure that you treat each other kindly. God willing, I will see you guys in the next podcast episode. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.